right, McLovin, you ready for Against the Grain? You are going to rebuild the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns 2.0. Against the Grain brought to you by Red Hook.
Okay, first I'm going to put out a caveat. They're in a great division with my Cincinnati Bengals, the Steelers, and the Ravens. That's the only reason they haven't been in the playoffs. If they were in the AFC South, they would have had 3 trips to the playoffs. But let's 5 points why the Browns will be back soon. Number one, Mike Pettine's a very good coach. The Jets were a great defensive team. Everyone thought it was Rex, but they got worse when Pettine left. Buffalo got a lot better last year, and they're really upset that he left. So I don't care how they got him. They got a good coach. That's reason number one. Reason number two, Josh Gordon. He's basically Megatron. He is probably the best very young receiver in the NFL. Unstoppable. Then you have Joe Thomas and Joe Hayden. That's a lot of Joes, Dan. And they aren't ordinary Joes. They're outstanding Joes.
Oh, well done. Well done. Could you imagine Gordon if he played on a team with a legitimate quarterback? Like if he was with Drew Brees or Peyton Manning or any of these guys?
Well, he did pretty good even with the guys they had last year.
But that's what I'm saying. If you had him on a team with a legitimate and some other receivers where the defense had to, focus on them. I mean, he had an unbelievable season. All right, continue, McLovin.
Okay, they have a ridiculously easy schedule. Like the Chiefs did this year, they have the Texans, the Colts, the Jaguars, the Bills, the Titans. They have a great last place schedule, tough division, but that should help them. Okay, number 4, tons of salary cap, as much as any team in the NFL. Now, do you think that people don't want to go to Cleveland even if the money's there? They got Paul Kruger last year, which was okay, but is that a problem, Dan?
They'll go where the money is, I believe.
That's good. Lastly, the draft. Now, there was a report a few weeks ago that they're willing to go all in on Johnny Manziel and trade up from 4 to 1. Mm-hmm. Problem is, I believe the Jags are really going to go all in and will probably give up even more for Johnny Manziel. If Houston's willing to trade the pick, I see the Jags going to 1, and the Browns say, okay, maybe we won't get that. But sources are also telling me, Fritzy, Teddy Bridgewater, he is falling like a rock. This year's Geno Smith, he might be sitting there at 26.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he's small. That is the scuttlebutt,
Did
as
it
they
just
say.
Surprise people? Is he shrinking?
No, now they're looking at him. They're getting right next to him. A lot of people. I saw Chris Mortensen say he might be 189 pounds.
Did anybody go to a Louisville game this year?
Yeah, but you see him in pads.
No. He plays in pads.
You know the reality of this draft process. They take the clothes off and they look at. Remember that Tom Brady shot at the combine where he's got the lumpy body?
Yes.
That matters to the NFL. It might be wrong.
Oh, my God.
Not that Bridgewater has a lumpy body, but he's small. So they get him at 26. All right, fine. Get Zach Menberger. I don't care. Brian Hoyer is going to lead my Browns back. And number 6, running backs.
I thought you were done. Okay.
This is a super deep, super talented running back class. 2nd, 3rd round, 4th round, 5th round, 6th round. They'll get 2 good running backs here. I heard there are 12 Gio Bernards in this draft. That is a sentence you've never heard in your life. They're set. Dan, what are the holes? What are the holes?
You still have a front office that is considered toxic.
They don't put the pads on.
They fired a coach after a year, and then they didn't even get around to interviewing the guy they hired for 3 weeks after that. That, to me, is crazy.
Well, based on that argument, let's go against the grain.
They don't have a plan.
Right. Their first instinct was probably wrong, because if they're a mess, then they were going to choose the wrong guy.
And their 3rd instinct and their 4th instinct.
I think by default, if they make bad decisions, they got it right because all their decisions fell through. Adam Gase, we're upset because they lost Adam Gase. This was Peyton Manning.
I'm not.
Adam Gase is a Danettes of NFL coordinator. He is riding Peyton Manning's coattails. So don't tell me they lost Adam Gase.
Okay. All right. Thank you, McLovin. Against the Grain, brought to you by Red Hook.